Hi, I'm Wayne Cobley from BuildGreenCT. We're glad to share this video with you of the UCONN Science One Research Center in Woodland Walk. Enjoy.
The goal of the 2015 Campus Master Plan was really to establish principles by which the campus could develop to advance STEM disciplines and to have more graduates in the STEM fields. So that was really the genesis of doing a master plan that would allow the campus to expand in an orderly fashion. And landscape played an incredibly important part of that.
The goal of this project, from our point of view, was to develop a landscape that is performative, that is educational, that really gives back more to the environment than it takes. The tool for that was designing this quadrangle around the stormwater treatment requirement and designing these beautiful bioswales that weave their way through the quadrangle.
The Woodland Corridor concept really created two building sites on this 20-acre site, a lower site and an upper site. And a lot of people thought, because one of the university's chief aims in this project was to create a gateway building, that the lower site, which was much more visible, easier to build on, would be the better site. But we actually had a hunch that the uphill site, which was more visually connected to campus, was lifted high in the hill, so was visible from quite a long way away, was the more interesting site. The fact that the building is situated in a hillside presented some real opportunities for us. And I think foremost among them was the idea that we could almost separate the building horizontally into a ground level that would have a very intimate visual connection to the Woodland Corridor, and an upper building where the research would occur that would have a very different relationship back to the woods behind it. The most distinctive thing about this building really are the 4 research neighborhoods on the main upper floor of the building. The research that this institute undertakes is largely done in small individual cellular labs where small groups of graduate students work together. Between each grouping of labs, we've created a neighborhood, a space for students to come out of those labs, to socialize, to collaborate. They're top lit, and they have wonderful views of the woods behind. And they're really the social heart of the building, and they're linked together via a very interesting informal network of circulation paths.
Science buildings in and of themselves are very energy intensive. Therefore, it's a real challenge to develop a high-performance, sustainable lab building. In the case of Science One, the building benefits from a holistic design approach, utilizing high-performance mechanical systems such as active chill beams, radiant heating and cooling, ventilation management, and high-performance heat recovery. The building is modeled to have an EUI, or an energy use index, of about a half to a third of a similar building of similar program.
Tunnel construction presented several challenges for the project. Number 1 was a deep excavation along Hillside Drive. Number 2 was the passage of vehicles and pedestrian traffic across the excavation. And number 3 was supporting the existing utilities that crossed along Hillside Drive. GZA prepared a detailed soil management plan for reuse of the on-site soils. Because of that, we were able to reuse almost 50,000 cubic yards of soil on site. Today, students walking to Science One probably have no idea that all these utilities pass beneath the Woodland Walk.
For this project, we wanted the stormwater management and water quality to be more of a feature and not something that was below the surface and out of sight. So the landscape really performs that role of fulfilling the stormwater management requirements as well as the water quality requirements, and it's something that is out in the open that everybody can see.
The ground floor is what really makes this a campus building. It has a long linear lobby entered from both sides that parallels the Woodland Walk, and along it one encounters a whole array of wonderful amenities, things like a very unusual 240-seat active learning room, a cafe with an outdoor dining terrace, and a suite of undergraduate material science labs that you can look right into as you walk by and see what's going on inside.
The planning and design approach that we're taking with Science One and will take with future developments in the Northwest Science Quad is really resonating with our students, faculty, and staff. And the learning and research that is occurring in Science One really benefits all members of the UCONN community, and it benefits the state of Connecticut, providing research opportunities and also skilled, dedicated employees for our industry partners in Connecticut and beyond for years to come.
The 2015 master plan is almost 10 years old, and we have accomplished much of what was planned in that document, and our vision is still growing. So it's really time for us now to turn the page and start the new chapter of what it is going to be for UCONN's future, to update our campus master plan and look towards the future.